Hello, this is 4325 Warwick Boulevard. This was constructed by J.H. Martling. It is the example of a colonial revival style. However, it also shows Jeffersonian traits and is very similar to Georgian traits. As we can see in the presence of a pediment, along with the Ionic order of columns, which are all fluted. There's 4 of them. The doorway over here is actually an elliptical an elliptical fan light with side lights design. It has a actual arch, true arch with keystones involved. Also, the shape of the building itself is Palladian. As we can see, it's very geometric, very square, you can basically almost break off the shapes that it creates with its spaces. We get a white trim with brick is classic of the Jeffersonian style. Also, we have it's raised off above the actual ground, which is common among colonial revival. Also, we get dentils and modillions around the cornice pieces up top. Also, we have lintels, full lintels over the windows, and a elliptical roundel up top. This is the Monticello estate, which shares a style with the 4325 on Warwick Boulevard. This is a Jeffersonian. This is true Jeffersonian. Actually, sorry, I apologize. The dome, it features a dome with a Doric order of columns. It also features a lunette window in the pendentive, a balustrade atop the roof, with roundel windows in the drum of the dome. The building itself is also polygonal in its shape, and it has cornice around the roof. Also, we get windows with double double shutters on each side. Also, we have a pendentive above the doorway, which is quite common also among the Jeffersonian classicism styles. Built in 1924, this English colonial revival example here it shows the simple geometrics of the building, which are very similar to the 4325 residence. Also, this building, however, has a chimney that is more prominent than previous architectures. It supports a Doric columns in the front with normal siding. However, that can be substituted for brick. There is a balustrade above a sunroom, which is on the far end of the building, which looks to be almost an addition. There are also shutters on the sides of the windows, which is something we don't see in the 4325, which is shutterless and has only the full lintels. Designed by Herman J. Stroh and built in 1909, the Judge Walter A. Powell residence at 3510 Gladstone was built. It is an example of the Georgian style. The style very similar to both the the Jeffersonian and our residence at 4325, or the Jeffersonian being the Monticello estate. This one, however, supports a modillion but no dentils on the cornice. It seems to have a composite, segmental keystones over the arches in the window on top of the windows. We have a rare broken triangle pediment. The entire structure itself is, of course, raised. We also have the addition of the sunning room almost with the balustrade like we saw in the colonial revival. We also have 2 chimneys, which is different, along with a low gabled roof. Also, we have composite columns with the campus leaves, along with fluted columns.